Take-Two would actually lose money by pricing Grand Theft Auto 6 over $70. And that's not speculation. That's the stunning conclusion of a new consumer study that just put the biggest fear for our wallets to rest. For months, the narrative has been that GTA 6 would shatter the price ceiling, launching at $80, $90, or even $100. But the hard data is in, and it reveals why a $70 price tag is now almost a certainty. And more importantly, what this tells us about Rockstar's decade-long plan for the game. The rampant speculation about a super premium price for GTA 6 has just been hit with a dose of reality. First, a major new study from Media Research, a respected industry analysis firm, has concluded that the most profitable price point for Grand Theft Auto 6's base edition is $69.99. Anything higher, and they start to lose revenue due to a drop-off in the number of buyers. Second, this isn't just a guess. They used a specific market research technique called the Gabor-Granger method. Essentially, they surveyed over 2,000 US consumers, asking them directly if they would buy the game at various price points. It's a proven scientific method for finding that sweet spot between what a company wants to charge and what people are actually willing to pay. And third, the study found that a massive 59% of US consumers are interested in buying the game. This huge, broad appeal is precisely why a lower price point wins. You simply make more money selling to the massive crowd at $70 than you do to the dedicated few at $100. So the headline is a relief, but the real story, the so what a sower, is far more interesting. This data doesn't just suggest a price. It confirms a fundamental strategy for GTA 6, and it connects perfectly to everything we've seen and heard before. Let's connect the dots. For years, we've heard Take-Two's CEO, Strauss Zelnick, repeat his pricing mantra. He famously says their strategy is to deliver more value than we charge. It sounds like corporate speak, but this study shows it's a literal business calculation. Zelnick knows that for a game to have the cultural footprint and the decade-long tail of a GTA title, it needs to be an event for everyone, not just for enthusiasts with deep pockets. Pushing the base price to $100 would be a betrayal of that proven doctrine. It would gatekeep the phenomenon. But this isn't just about being consumer-friendly. It's about maximizing the player base from day one. And why is that so important? Because of GTA Online, the base game's price is just the cover charge to get into the club. The real long-term profit center is the online ecosystem. A $70 entry fee gets tens of millions more players into that ecosystem than a $100 fee would. More players means a more vibrant online world, and critically for Take-Two's investors, a much larger pool of potential customers for whatever replaces shark cards in the new GTA Online. This pricing strategy isn't about the one-time sale. It's a long-term investment in the live service machine. So what does this actually mean for you, the player? It means the conversation needs to shift. We can stop worrying about the entry price. The real discussion is now about the inevitable special editions. This study gives massive credibility to earlier leaks, specifically from insider Millie A, who claimed GTA 6 would launch in 3 tiers, a standard, deluxe, and premium edition. This model makes perfect sense. The $69.99 standard edition is the mass market product confirmed by the study. The higher tiers, likely priced around $90 and $110, are for the hardcore fans. And what will you get for that extra money? The leak mentioned early access to GTA 6 Online. This is a brilliant strategy. It segments the audience. Casual players who just want the story can wait for the global launch, but the dedicated online grinders, the ones most likely to spend money in-game, will happily pay a $40 premium to get a head start, build their empires, and establish themselves in the new world of Leonida before the masses arrive. Expect these premium editions to also be loaded with digital goodies, exclusive vehicles, weapons, starting cash for online, and maybe even unique outfits for Jason and Lucia in the single-player campaign. Take-Two isn't leaving money on the table. They're just getting it from the players who are most willing to pay for extra value and status, while keeping the door wide open for everyone else. It's a classic win-win from a corporate perspective. Now, let's zoom out. What does this mean for the entire gaming industry? This is significant. Grand Theft Auto 6 is not just a game, it's a financial and cultural juggernaut. It is arguably the most anticipated entertainment product of all time. If any game had the power to break the current $70 AAA price point and set a new, higher standard, it was this one. And yet, the data says doing so would be a financial mistake. This sends a powerful message to the entire industry. The $70 price ceiling is firm, at least for now. Consumers have a psychological limit, and even the hype for GTA 6 can't break it without a significant loss in sales volume. This likely means that for the foreseeable future of this console generation, the industry's focus for generating more revenue won't be on raising the sticker price of base games. Instead, they will double down on what this leak suggests: more sophisticated tiered editions, more compelling pre-order bonuses, and of course, more aggressive and integrated post-launch monetization. GTA 6 isn't setting a new price standard. It's cementing the business model for the next 5 years of AAA gaming. Finally, what about the rumored delay to late 2026? A delay of that magnitude adds hundreds of millions to the development budget. Common sense might suggest they'd need to raise the price to compensate, but this study shows that would be counterproductive. The price strategy is likely locked. They will absorb the cost, confident that the sheer volume of sales at $70, combined with a decade of online revenue, will make any development cost overrun look like a rounding error in the long run. They are playing the long game, and the entry price is just the first move. So it seems the fear of a $100 entry fee is over. The base game will almost certainly be accessible at the standard $70 price. But this just moves the goalposts. The real choice we'll face won't be if we buy GTA 6, but which version we buy. This brings us to the real debate. Now that we know the strategy will be a standard priced game, supplemented by premium editions, I want to know where you draw the line. Are you perfectly happy with a $70 base price, even if it means the most dedicated online players get a head start and exclusive content by paying for a $100 edition? Or does walling off things like early online access behind a premium tier feel unfair? Regardless of the base price, let me know your take in the comments below. If you appreciate this kind of deep dive analysis that goes beyond the headlines, subscribe for more. We're just getting started.